What's going on, everybody? All is well. So this Saturday, UFC 322, Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev for the UFC welterweight title. Obviously, Islam Makhachev is moving up to welterweight, and this main event is very intriguing. Very intriguing matchup. But before I get to that, from top to bottom, this whole card is pretty good. A lot of fun fights on here, and let's get right into it. Starting with the main event, Jack Del Manalena versus Islam Makhachev. Now, what surprised me the most in Jack's win against Bilal Muhammad was his takedown defense. It was significantly better compared to when he fought Gilbert Burns. Because in that Gilbert Burns fight, Gil Burns was able to take Jack down several times, and Jack just turned the table late in the third round with a beautiful knee up the middle that led to a TKO finish. He was losing that fight up until that point, and then we see him compete against Bilal Muhammad, and his takedown defense was outstanding, man. And he just won a clean cut decision against the former champion. Now, I thought in that fight that Bilal Muhammad was going to be able to take Jack down and kind of shut down his offense, but that wasn't the case at all, man. Very much improved on the takedown defense, and Jack's boxing is sensational to watch. And he's one of those guys that his body shots are absolutely lethal. I mean, I can't remember the last time I seen a fighter that rips to the body like Jack does, man. Just effortless. The way he throws his combinations, mixing up the punches to the head and the punches to the body. You know, it's a joy to watch his boxing. Islam Makhachev, on the other hand, his striking has looked sensational. Obviously, known for his grappling, known to get guys down, secure the position, look for a submission. But lately his striking has very much improved. We've seen him knock out Volkanovski. We've seen him drop Charles Oliveira. But in this matchup, you know, it, it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out, because I believe Islam Makhachev will be able to get Jack down early on, but I believe Jack's going to be able to defend the takedowns, work his way back up to his feet, and he's going to put a lot of pressure on Islam Makhachev, force him to strike. I think Jack, hands down, has a much cleaner hands, but like I said, Islam Makhachev, his striking has improved as well. You know, but if Islam cannot get Jack down and hold him down, it's going to be a long night at the office for Islam Makhachev, because if Jack is able to force him to strike with him, Jack has a significant advantage in the stand-up department all day long. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. And you never know. Islam Makhachev, he might land some big on the feet as well. So it could go either way. So that's why I'm really interested to see how this fight plays out. But I'm going with Jack Della Maddalena in this matchup. I believe he's gonna get it done via decision. And also, I believe the longer this fight goes on, the better it's gonna be for Jack. Especially if Islam isn't able to take Jack down, and if he's able to get him down, hold him down. Because we know Islam Makhachev is one thing for sure. He does not throw caution to the wind. He sticks to a game plan. And that game plan may just be, hey, get Jack down to the ground, secure submission. That was his game plan, but pretty much every fight before he started knocking guys out. So we'll see how this one plays out. But nevertheless, very intriguing matchup. Definitely looking forward to seeing this one. All right. So in the co-main event, we have Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. Um, very fun fight. Obviously Valentina Shevchenko has been on a tear, absolutely dominant, and Zhang is also on an absolute run as well. I think she's in her prime right now. You know, and Valentina's always been top tier. So this fight was bound to happen. I'm surprised Zhang is a plus 110 on the betting odds, and Valentina's a minus 130. Because in my opinion, Valentina is kind of getting out of her prime, and Whaley is entering her prime. But this is another fight. I'm intrigued to see how it plays out. Both women extremely well rounded, and man, in my opinion, it could really go either way. You know, it could go either way. But like I said, Zhang is kind of like entering her prime. She's really, peaking at this moment. Valentina Shevchenko, man, she's been at the top of the mountain for a long time. You know, is she still like? Is that competitive nature still there? Because you kind of it seems like she's kind of, I would say, bored at the top because she's beaten just about everybody except for Amanda Nunes. But she's been at the top for so long, and Whaley is on the rise, man. And Whaley is really establishing her legacy right now. Shevchenko, I mean, she could retire tomorrow, and she'll be one of the best to ever do it inside that octagon. So who knows? We'll see what happens. But I expect this fight to be a highly competitive matchup. With that being said, I'm going with Wei Lee in this particular fight. I think she's gonna get done via decision, but I do expect a high level chess match, both on the feet and on the ground as well. All right, so we'll see how that one plays out. Next up, we got Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. Sean Brady, listen, man, his jiu-jitsu is absolutely outstanding, man. When he gets guys down to the ground, he it's essentially over. Because he's built like a brick house. I mean, his submissions are outstanding. He's not a guy that rushes anything. He'll take you down, he'll control you, and he'll slowly cook his opponents en route to locking in a submission. Michael Morales, on the other hand, has kind of flew under the radar. He's 18-0, undefeated. I know his last win was against Gilbert Burns. He stopped him in the first round. But he's a guy that's just been flying under the radar. I believe it's just because the welterweight division is so stacked. It's like Michael Morales has just been doing this thing. But now he's got a big opponent, tough opponent in the form of Sean Brady. Stylistically, it's a tough matchup for him. Now, this first round is going to be very intriguing because Morales comes out guns blazing. He's a fast starter, has knockout power. But Sean Brady, man, can he defend? Can Morales defend the takedowns of Sean Brady? If he can, and he's able to keep this fight standing, I get Michael Morales has a huge advantage in the stand-up department. Because Sean Brady, his striking is ever improving, but where he shines the most is when he gets guys down and you see his jiu-jitsu at work, man. It's beautiful to watch. Now, with that being said, I'm going with Sean Brady, man. I do believe Sean Brady's going to get Michael Morales down. And, we haven't really seen Michael Morales takedown defense get tested. And for a guy like Sean Brady, if he gets you down once, you know, I don't think Michael Morales is gonna pop right back up like that. I believe Sean Brady's able to secure his position on the ground and just look for a submission. So I'm going with Sean Brady on this one. I think he gets it done via submission. All right, but very intriguing matchup, especially that first round. Knowing that Michael Morales, the type of power he has, and the fact that he's a fast starter. All right. But we shall see. Next up, another fun matchup. Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. Leon Edwards, now, extremely well-rounded, excellent striker in the form of Leon Edwards. Carlos Prates, I mean, his Muay Thai is absolutely vicious. I believe Leon Edwards is going to need to kind of mix up his striking with his grappling. He can grapple, Edwards, but Prates, man, his striking is absolutely nasty. Now, his takedown defense is kind of lacking. So I believe Leon Edwards could be able to exploit that weakness and um, get Prates down to the ground and look for like a submission or a TKO finish. But on the feet, as talented of a striker that Leon Edwards is, I do give the striking a slight striking advantage to Prates, man. But we'll see, man. We'll see how this one plays out. But I won't be surprised if Leon Edwards looks to mix in some grappling in this fight, knowing the fact that Carlos Prates, his takedown defense is kind of sus. But we'll see, we'll see. Nevertheless, it's a fun fight, man. Especially if this fight stays on the feet, it's going to get interesting. But I'm going with, man, this is a tough one. This is a toss up for me. I'm going with Carlos Prates on this one. I believe he's going to be able to keep this fight standing and eventually get a TKO finish. But we'll see, man. We'll see. All right. Next up, we got Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis. Now, Dariush, I mean, this is another guy with excellent jiu-jitsu, man. Fantastic BJJ, especially when he gets guys down, man. It's fun to watch him work on the ground. Now, on the feet, he can strike. He has striking. He has power. We've seen that famous knockout of Jakar Cloak. Now, against a guy like Benoit Saint Denis, Benoit, another guy, excellent striking, excellent grappling as well. But in my opinion, Saint Denis needs to keep this fight standing. Keep it on the feet. Look for a TKO finish. Do not tangle with the ground game of Beneil Dariush. Beneil Dariush is phenomenal grappler. Now, with that being said, I got a sneaky suspicion that Saint Denis might try to test that ground game of Dariush, and it's not going to work out well for him. I mean, I recall Dariush when he fought Mateusz Gamrot. I was surprised in that particular matchup because Mateusz was able to take Dariush down, but Dariush was able to sweep him and wound up on top, and he actually controlled him. But yeah, I think Saint Denis, keep it on the feet, look for a TKO finish. Dariush, I can see he using his striking to eventually look to take Saint Denis down. And if he's able to take Saint Denis down, Saint Denis is gonna be in some trouble, man. So with that being said, I'm going with Beneil Dariush on this one. I believe he's going to be able to get him down and look for a submission finish. But we shall see. We shall see. Phenomenal card, man. Phenomenal main card. The prelims are pretty good as well. We got Bo Nickel versus Adolfo Vieira. Now, Bo Nickel, excellent wrestler. Adolfo Vieira, world class jiu-jitsu. Now, I don't believe Adolfo Vieira is going to be able to drag Bo Nickel down. I believe Bo Nickel is going to use his wrestling in reverse, keep the fight standing. On the feet, I do give a slight striking advantage to Bo Nickel. Adolfo Vieira, his striking is ever improving. But where Adolfo Vieira shines is when he gets guys down to the ground, man. World class BJJ black belt. I don't see him being able to just drag Bo Nickel down. I think Bo Nichols is going to keep the fight standing, look for a TKO finish in this one. So, with that being said, I'm going with Bo Nickel on this one. All right. And next up, this is a fun fight. This is a fun one. Roman Khabilov versus Gregory Rodriguez, aka RoboCop. Now, Khabilov, much more technical fighter on the feet. Gregory Rodriguez, known for his jiu-jitsu, but has insane knockout power. And his striking is kind of, stiff. Khabilov is a lot more fluid striker, but Khabilov struggles when guys are able to pressure him and make the fight ugly. If this fight is being contested like tit for tat, Khabilov is going to get it done. Now, I don't think this fight is going to be, technical at all. I think RoboCop is going to get in Khabilov's face and make it ugly and look for a TKO finish, man. And like I said, his striking is kind of stiff, but when he lands, man, he has some serious power. So I'm going RoboCop on this one. I think he gets it done via TKO. And on top of that, if he does manage to get Khabilov down, he's a black belt in BJJ there as well. But I'm going RoboCop on this one via TKO. And this one of those fights I don't think it's gonna go the distance at all. All right, next up we got Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. Aaron Blanchfield, her grappling is, in my opinion, better than Tracy Cortez. So I believe her route to victory is to get Cortez down to the ground, look for a TKO submission finish. On the feet, I give an advantage to Tracy, but I just see Aaron Blanchfield getting her down to the ground, and utilizing her jiu-jitsu, her grappling. That's how I see it playing out. But we'll see how this one goes, man. We'll see. But in this one I'm going with Aaron Blanchfield. I think she's gonna get it done via decision. All right. Who else? Who else we got? Wellmaker. He looks familiar, man. I can't. Huh. He looks familiar. I just can't remember who he fought. But we'll see. Gerald Mershaw still doing his thing, man. She against Kyle Dawkins. Who else? Angela Hill. It's on the prelims. But yeah, overall the prelims not too bad. The main card, phenomenal main card, man. This main card is stacked. But anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. you guys, until next time, you guys stay safe and enjoy the fights. All right. Peace.